Well, it's the next fairy tale episode, and the Wings of Despair, even though the ending is actually quite not so despair, but at the same time a big shock. As Elsa begins her fight with Kyoka, we get some bad animations when she dodges her attacks. It almost looks like cut out in my book, but the music hypes it all up, and he begins to fight against Kyoka, and she is as impressive as ever. I mean, Elsa is. Then suddenly everything takes a turn for the worst, as Natsu awakens and see everything about hearing, even about Gray's own power. He suddenly gets terrified and mopey. First it looks like mopey, then it's revealed he is terrified because he hears a voice, something. And here I really gotta get praise. The suspension created here, along with the dark music. I mean, when he flies in, it's still a badly cut out like drawing, but the music and the tension and all that stuff really creates the terrifying power, I gotta admit. And who is the one who's flying in? Well, that is none other than Acnologia. Yep, the Wings of Despair is back to take them down, this time for real. However, we also get a glimpse of Igneal in the fiery world he is hiding. As Acnologia destroys many things and even shows that he can push around Fairytale by simply swooping on the ground, Kana is breaking down out of fear and despair, remembering how badly Acnologia wounded him last time. It is just then, in that moment, that all the Dragon Slayers, yes, all the Dragon Slayers, Wendy also returns, begins to fall down and shake, and suddenly, I mean, their hearts begin to beat very quickly. Almost, I guess you can say that. The reason for that is because someone is communicating with Natsu. And who is that someone? Well, it's Igneal, the dragon he talked to, the dragon who raised him. As Igneal gives his words of encouragement to Natsu, suddenly he reveals himself. Where has Igneal been flying off to? Where was he hiding? Well, what better way to hide than right next to one another? Yes, Igneal has been right inside Natsu this whole time. As I say again, the best way to hide is always right next to one another. The flame world we have seen in Igneal's world is actually Natsu's flame world. I wonder if that hints towards something else. But sorry. What is clear is that Igneal is back. He tackles Acnologia to prevent him from doing a shot, and the two dragons meet each other up in the sky. All Natsu can do is cry tears of both joy and sadness, having finally meet his dad again. The battle towards despair begins now. It's as I said before, the music and the tension when Acnologia flew in, that really hit me. I couldn't say so much about the fighting and Acnologia flying in. It looked extremely bad animated. I did not like that. But I'll make it slip for the music and all that stuff. So do give me your thoughts if you have any.